Well, Dave, it's 9 straight wins now in League and Cup. It's been a brilliant run, and you have the chance on Saturday to set a new club record for consecutive victories. You've obviously got bigger targets than that this season, but that must be something that you'd be proud to achieve, especially so early on in your time here.
Yeah, of course it would be. Records are there to be broken, aren't they? So to be able to do that would be great. Hopefully, by the time we finish this run, it'll be a record that'll take some beating. So the next game's obviously an important one for us. Yes, it can create a little bit of, I suppose, history for this group if you want, but like you say, we've bigger aspirations than that.
Well, what's been the key for you to this big turnaround since you've come in? Because it is quite remarkable, from 10th to top, 50 goals scored in 17 games. How have you managed to turn it around so quickly?
Listen, I think every success you get is down to hard work. The most important thing within coaching and management is that players buy into what you want to do, and the messages that you're giving across, they carry out, because ultimately they're the ones that go on the pitch on a Saturday or a Tuesday and have to produce performances to hopefully get 3 points, but get goals. We've given lots of responsibility in terms of, and I suppose a little bit of ownership in terms of going and wanting to run round and go and be positive and go and get bodies forward and go and get in the box, and recognise that at times if you get in the box and the delivery's not great, the consequence of that is that you have to run back. No issue with that at all. So like I say, the intensity that we've played at, the front-footed nature of what we've asked them to do has been brilliant, and at the minute it's getting, like I say, really good rewards for us, and long may that continue.
You had an opportunity on Tuesday night to rotate again and have a look at the rest of your squad in the Cheshire Senior Cup. 2-1 win at Nantwich. What did you make of the performance that night?
Difficult pitch, difficult environment, not a great night in terms of wind and rain, but ultimately, like I say, opportunities that people need to take, because there aren't lots of them come about with the way that the lads that have been playing regularly week in, week out are giving them opportunities to change things. So listen, that competition is one there we get a chance to look at some of the younger players, we get a chance to look at some of our players that are out on loan and keep in touch with them, and we get an opportunity, most importantly, to get minutes into the players who are in the first team squad that haven't had them chances, if you like. So they're always difficult, but the further we go, the more games we get in it, and we'll use that in whatever capacity we need to as we move forward.
Bit of club news elsewhere this week. We obviously had John Rooney leave the club for Barrow, and I suppose when you consider how well that midfield three of Collar, Sarcevic, Crowsdale is performing at the minute, then it feels like a move that suits all parties.
Yeah, I've said a piece in my programme notes this weekend about it in terms of Roons. You look with someone with his name, his profile, what he's done previously at this level, there can be lots of conjecture, speculation around him as a person and what goes on, but since I've come into the building, he's been absolutely brilliant. Obviously, listen, I've been there, and I said to the players, we all want to play, but he's been very realistic and understanding that the lads that have got in have been outstanding, and he's been massively supportive of that and trained in a nature where it's kept those three on the toes. And that, listen, there are others in the squad that are unfortunate to miss out, not based on what they've done performance-wise, based on the lads that have got in have been outstanding. So, obviously, Barrow come in and make an offer and interest, and like you say, I think it's a good move for everybody. Roons obviously goes there, plays immediately for them, brilliant. Barrow get a player that they've had before and know what it's about, and obviously from our perspective, it leaves a void, but a void that potentially over time we look to fill. But at the moment, like I say, we're pretty comfortable where we are. But we wish him all the best, and he goes with, like I say, lots of best wishes and lots of thanks from everybody here.
And you have been able to add to your squad this week as well with the signing of Miles Hippolyte. Plenty of experience at this level and the level above, of course, with Scunthorpe. What are you hoping that he'll be able to bring to the team?
What he certainly does bring is an athleticism about him, a physicality, a person that, versatility wise, can play in probably 6 or 7 positions for us, which is great. It's something that we're going to need between now and the end of the season. Again, some moves just fit for everybody, and the opportunity to bring him in was too good a one to turn down, certainly from our perspective. From his perspective, coming into a side that, or into a squad that's absolutely flying and doing well, with aspirations of having a successful end to the season. Him obviously only being contracted till the end of the season gives him a chance to not so much put himself in the shop window, but this could be, like I say, an opportunity for him moving forward. So looking forward to working with him. Will take us a little bit of time to get him into the swing of things in terms of what we want from him. Lots of information given to him over the next days and weeks, if you like. But like I say, hopefully we get him involved and he can make a really positive impression on the supporters.
We've also seen Ben Whitfield back in training this week, which is obviously great to see. How's his recovery coming, and how big a boost is it going to be to have him back?
His recovery's been brilliant. Like I say, touch wood in terms of setbacks, in terms of our planning and dates when we thought he would be back with us. They've been absolutely bang on. Like I say, first day properly back on the grass in terms of involved in the full group. So we'll be careful with him. The FA Trophy game probably comes at a good time for us, where hopefully with no setbacks we're able to see him, and he's able to pull the boots back on properly, in whatever capacity that might be, whether it be starting, whether it be coming on from the bench. But it'd be great to get him back involved, and ultimately that becomes almost like I say, a new signing for us. Played in the first game that I played, and then obviously broke his foot in scoring a goal at Bolton, which isn't the worst thing, but it'd be great to have him back, and another one that will certainly add to the squad.
Just on to the weekend now. It's top v bottom in the National League. You're obviously going into the game as heavy favourites. I think I saw one bookmaker had Dover at 12-1 to win. But it's never as straightforward as that in the National League, is it? Especially now that they've got that first win off their back a few weeks ago. Yeah,
listen, we've got to make it as straightforward as we can, and we do that by controlling the facets that we can control. And we know, regardless if we drop our levels, it doesn't matter who we play against. Like I say, our biggest motivator is us, and us being better than we were last week. It'll be a different game than what it was last week, because the pitch at Edgeley certainly provides us to play in probably a manner that more suits us. But like I say, we've got to show a real intent to make it a really difficult day for Dover. And that will be the same as when we play Chesterfield on Tuesday and when we play in the trophy game next weekend. Nothing changes. We want to get 3 points, and that's as simple as it is. A performance of the level of one that we've produced recently will go a long way to making sure we get that.
Is complacency a potential concern for a game like this, especially when you've got that Chesterfield game just around the corner? A lot of focus on that, a lot of talk about that, but this game's just as important.
No, I'm certainly not going to allow people to get complacent, and to be honest, I don't need to allow people to get complacent. Like I say, our biggest motivator is us, and this group are a massively driven group of individuals that want to be successful over the course of the season. The fact that we're playing against a team that have quite publicly had their issues is irrelevant. We're there to do a job, and we see it as like I say, an opportunity for us at home with our home backing to get another 3 points on the board, and we'll do everything we can to make sure that happens.
Dave, thanks for your time.
Cheers, thank you.